Hello and a very warm welcome to a brand new edition of Verdict 2014 with me, Frank Pereira. Let's begin with the latest headlines from Maharashtra and Haryana. On the last day of withdrawal of nominations, Election Commission clears 6,500 candidates for Maharashtra, 1,500 in Haryana. NCP leader Ankush Kakde's papers rejected. Shiv Sena not to withdraw from the BJP-led NDA at the centre. For now, party chief Uddhav Thackeray to decide after Modi's return from the United States. Political leaders campaign in Haryana. Amit Shah addresses rally for the BJP in Hisar. Deepinder Hooda for Congress in Samlakha. And ahead of the assembly elections in Maharashtra, RSTV focuses on the key campaign issues in Vidarbha region. Well, today was the last day to withdraw nominations for the Maharashtra and Haryana assembly polls next month. In Maharashtra, the Election Commission cleared the names of close to 6,500 candidates, while a little over 1,500 will be in the fray in Haryana. The poll panel rejected 1,152 nominations in Maharashtra, including NCP leader Ankush Kakde's papers. 360 other papers filed in Haryana were also declared invalid. Here's a detailed report. Nomination papers of as many as 6,494 candidates in the fray for assembly polls in Maharashtra were found valid after scrutiny yesterday. In all, 1,152 nominations were rejected. The total number of candidates who filed nominations from 288 assembly constituencies was 7,646. Senior leader and spokesperson of NCP, Ankush Kakde's nomination was declared invalid after scrutiny. Kakde's nomination was rejected as he had missed adding a mandatory election affidavit to his nomination forms. Considered a close confidant of NCP Chief Sharad Pawar, Kakde missed the 3 p.m. deadline on Saturday to submit the affidavit in time. The rejection of Kakde's nomination papers for the prestigious Kasaba-Pet seat has assumed a political hue as it has subsequently left Deepak Mankar as the NCP candidate in the fray. In Haryana, a total of 1,565 candidates remained in the fray for the assembly polls on October 15th. The Election Commission said 360 nominations were rejected during scrutiny. Out of the total number of candidates, 162 were female contestants. Besides Chief Minister Bhupinder Singh Hooda, the key contestants include Ajay Singh Yadav, M.L. Khatar, Abhay Singh Chautala, former Union Minister Vinod Sharma, Kuldeep Bishnoi and Gopal Kanda. Haryana is set to witness a multi-cornered contest this time. BJP is testing electoral waters in Haryana on its own for the first time by fielding candidates in all 90 assembly seats. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha Television. Meanwhile, Shiv Sena chief Uddhav Thackeray has said that Shiv Sena has not finalized its decision to pull out of the NDA. His remark comes a day after Shiv Sena decided to pull out Anant Gite, its only man in Modi's cabinet at the centre. Thackeray said a final call will be taken after Prime Minister Narendra Modi returns from the US.
Barely a week after a bitter split in the alliance, Shiv Sena has not finalized its decision to quit NDA. On Tuesday, party chief Uddhav Thackeray said a decision will be taken after discussion with Prime Minister Narendra Modi when he returns from his US trip. He said, and I quote, "All MPs who have been elected and those who could not win have backed votes of both Shiv Sena and BJP. It is the people's mandate. A decision will be taken after discussions with Prime Minister Modi and considering what our supporters feel," unquote. On Monday, Uddhav Thackeray had announced that his party's minister in Modi's cabinet, Anant Gite, will quit the ministry as a mark of protest. The two sides failed to resolve differences over seat sharing for the Maharashtra assembly polls and decided to end the 25-year-old alliance last week. Since then, the party leadership has been blaming BJP for the split. However, BJP said that it held no ill feelings towards the Shiv Sena. Party leaders said that it is for the Sena to decide whether to stay in the NDA or not.
Yesterday there was a news, possibly attributed to the Shiv Sena chief, that they would like to withdraw their minister from the government. BJP has not asked for it. But at the same time, if today they have suggested that they will take a call on the subject after the return of the Prime Minister, as it may be difficult for them to withdraw from the NDA government, we have made no comments whatsoever. But one fact is very, very clear, that BJP is on its own in Maharashtra.
Uddhav's announcement came after MNS chief Raj Thackeray criticized the Sena at a poll rally on Sunday. Raj criticized Sena for not withdrawing Anand Gite from the cabinet.
आणि शिवसेनेच्या बाबतीत ते करणारच होते असं मला त्यांच्यातलीच लोक अगोदरपासून सांगत होती की आम्हाला युती करायचीच नाहीये आम्हाला हे नकोच आहे शिवसेना नाही कळलं उद्धवला नाही कळलं शेवटपर्यंत लाचारने ठेवलात तुम्ही मी जर त्या ठिकाणी असतो ना एक महिन्यापूर्वी लाच मारून गेलो असतो त्यांना सगळ्यांना
Smaller allies like RPI have decided to stay with the BJP in the Maha-yuti alliance for the assembly polls. However, some of the leaders have offered support to Shiv Sena.
मैंने आज उद्धव जी को दिया और बता दिया कि भीम शक्ति आपके साथ है तो उसने किया आप इस भूमि शक्ति का सुसूत्रीकरण करो और इस शिव शक्ति और भीम शक्ति बरकरार रखो.
The split in the ties between Shiv Sena and BJP as well as NCP and Congress has opened up the prospects of a four-way contest in Maharashtra. It remains to be seen which party stands tall to claim stake on October 19th. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
BJP President Amit Shah addressed a rally in Haryana's Hisar district today. Stepping up in the party's criticism against Huda and Chautala, the BJP president urged voters to opt for an educated, dynamic and a young leader to lead the state. He took on Om Prakash Chautala's claim to form a government despite his conviction in recruitment scam. Amit Shah has ruled out any post-poll tie-up with the Chautala-led INLD. He also accused the Congress of pushing the state backwards during the past 10 years of its rule. He insisted that a BJP government in the state as well as the centre could bring in the necessary changes.
जब बैंकों का राष्ट्रीयकरण हुआ तब कहते थे कि गरीबों के लिए बैंकों का राष्ट्रीयकरण किया है. सुना है ना, बुजुर्ग काफी है यहाँ पर, सुना है ना, मगर 50% लोगों के बैंकों के अंदर अकाउंट ही नहीं थे. प्रधानमंत्री ने जनधन योजना शुरू की और लगभग 1 महीने के अंदर 5 करोड़ लोगों के गरीबों के बैंक अकाउंट खुलने लगे और सबके पास आज 1 लाख रुपए का मुफ्त बीमा भी पहुंच गया है.
Meanwhile, Congress leader Deepinder Hooda addressed a rally in Haryana's Samalakha today. A day after his father, Chief Minister Bhupinder Singh Hooda, campaigned in Karnal, Deepinder Hooda continued the Congress's campaign targeted against the BJP. Speaking at the rally, Hooda raised the issue of inflation, food price rise. He said the BJP failed to rein in these issues despite coming to power in May this year. The Congress will release its election manifesto for Haryana on Wednesday.
जहां से मोदी जी ने खुद 54,000 वोटों से उनको लीड मिली थी लोकसभा चुनाव में 3 महीने पहले, वहां पे उपचुनाव हुआ, 54,000 वोट से बीजेपी हारी. मगर बीजेपी इतनी नीचे क्यों गई? क्योंकि किसान का सम्मान नहीं किया. कहीं धान का भाव टूट रहा है, कहीं गेहूं पे बोनस नहीं दिया, गरीब आदमी पे महंगाई का बोझ डाल रहे हैं.
Well, the ruling Congress in Haryana is facing an uphill task in these assembly elections. It could secure only 1 seat in the Lok Sabha elections in the home district of the Chief Minister Bhupinder Singh Hooda. BJP had won 7 seats and INLD had secured 2 seats. Despite a big win in the Lok Sabha election, it doesn't seem to be a catwalk for the BJP either. Our correspondent Sham Sundar reports that the state could witness a multi-cornered contest.
Is seeking a third term in Haryana when the state goes to polls on October 15th. Seeking a third term as Chief Minister, Bhupinder Singh Hooda is leading the party's campaign this time too. The party has launched an aggressive campaign to highlight the achievements of his government. The major among them include the state's sports policy, its land acquisition policy and the old age pension scheme.
गरीब आदमियों के, दलित के बच्चों की पढ़ाई पहली जमात से वजीफा देता हूं. 20 लाख बच्चों को वजीफा मिल रहा है हरियाणा में. 100 गज के प्लॉट देने का काम किया. 10 लाख गरीब आदमियों तक पानी के कनेक्शन का पहुंचाने का काम किया. और अब भी ये फैसला कर रखा है 2 लाख मकान गांव में और 1.5 लाख शहरों में गरीब आदमियों के लिए बनाएंगे। बहुत सारों को तो पहली किस्त मिल गई, कोई भी हरियाणा में बगैर छत के नहीं रहेगा।
But it is going to be an uphill task for the Congress. Many senior party leaders like Inderjeet Singh, Birender Singh and Avtar Singh Bhadana quit the party on the eve of elections, accusing Hooda of corruption and biased development. BJP is contesting elections on its own after breaking ties with Kuldeep Bishnoi's Haryana Janhit Congress. Despite a stellar performance in the Lok Sabha polls, the party does not have a strong grassroots base in the state. It also does not have a face to project as the next chief minister. Key leaders like Rao Inderjeet Singh and Birender Singh have limited mass base. To add to the party's woes, there is discontent over ticket distribution. In fact, BJP is heavily dependent on the Modi magic to win here too.
हरियाणा में भी 10 साल से कांग्रेस की सरकार चल रही है। एक के बाद एक घोटाले, मंत्रियों का जेल जाना, हरियाणा के विकास को ठप करने का काम एक कांग्रेस की सरकार ने किया है। हर बार हम 10-15 सीट लड़ते थे। इस बार भारतीय जनता पार्टी 90 की 90 सीटें लड़कर भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनाने के लिए लड़ती है।
Meanwhile, the Indian National Lok Dal is hoping to bounce back. INLD is trying to garner sympathy for party supremo and former Chief Minister Om Prakash Chautala, who is convicted in the teachers' recruitment scam. The party has also fielded Naina Chautala, the wife of former MLA Ajay Chautala, the first time a woman from the family has entered the poll fray.
लोकसभा से जिस ढंग से हमारी पार्टी के नेताओं ने लोकसभा में अग्रेसिव होकर के चुनाव लड़ा था, हम उससे भी ज्यादा अग्रेसिव होकर के इस विधानसभा के चुनाव को लड़ेंगे।
Apart from the Congress, BJP and INLD, there are several smaller parties in the fray. Kuldeep Bishnoi's HJC and Haryana Jan Chetna Manch have formed an alliance. This alliance can influence at least 2 districts in the state. BSP and Gopal Kanda's Haryana Lokhit Party have also put up candidates. Shyam Sundar's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, joining us for more on this story is our correspondent Shyam Sundar, who joins us with more details on this, of course. Shyam, coming to you now, if you look at Haryana, it's a very small state with just 90 seats, but high voltage campaigning is something that we've witnessed over the past few days. And now, with several alliances broken in the state, we are going to see a multi-cornered contest, really a tough choice for the voters there.
Well, Fred, to find answer to your question, we have to look in different regions of Haryana. If we look at the region from where Chief Minister Bhupendra Singh Hooda comes, his home district Rohtak, Jhajjar, Bahadurgarh, this is a stronghold of Congress and part of Sonipat and Panipat also. In this area, the fight is between Congress and Indian National Lok Dal, and on some seats there is fight between Congress and BJP. But the key player in this region seems to be Congress. And if we go towards Hisar, Sirsa, Jind, Bhiwani area. In this area, this area is strong hold of Indian National Lok Dal. And here also we see on the few seats, like in Hisar, Savitri Jindal, she was cabinet minister in Bhupendra Singh Hooda's government. She is a very prominent leader of the Congress, and she is considered a strong candidate in Hisar. But overall, if we look at the area, it is a stronghold of Indian National Lok Dal. And if we come towards Ambala, Karnal, Kurukshetra, it is more Punjabi-dominated area and urban area. So this area, BJP is giving a tough fight to both Indian National Lok Dal and Congress. In South Haryana, if we talk about Rewari, Mahendragarh and Gurgaon, here BJP is hoping to get more seats compared to other part of the Haryana. But again, Captain Ajay Singh, who was again a cabinet minister in Bhupendra Singh Hooda government, he's considered a very strong and big leader in that region. So, and then Faridabad and Mewat, where fight is between BJP and Congress is clear. So it is going to be a multi-corner contest, and there are reports that the Congress is bouncing back, and as far as campaign is concerned, in that area at least, Congress is much ahead than BJP and Indian National Lokdal.
Well, this time around, of course, Sham, the BJP is going all by itself. No real major alliances or pre-poll alliances as far as Haryana is concerned. But if what you're saying is anything to go by, then in most likelihood it could be a fractured mandate in Haryana, and we could see a lot of post-poll alliances in that kind of a scenario then.
Well, if there is a fractured mandate, there are 2-3 options, because there are many smaller parties who are also contesting, like Bahujan Samaj Party is contesting, Haryana Lok Hit Party of Mr. Gopal Kanda is contesting, then Haryana Janhit Morcha of Vinod Sharma is contesting. If they, it depends how many seats the single largest party gets. If Indian National Lokdal needs more than 10 seats, then I think BJP will be its natural choice. So in this case, it is very easy for Indian National Lokdal and BJP to go together after the elections, though both the parties are saying that there will be no post-poll alliance. So as far as Congress is concerned, Congress has only one chance if party needs not more than 8 to 10 seats. In that case, smaller parties can come with Congress. But if Congress needs more than 10 seats, it will be very difficult for Congress party to get support from Indian National Lokdal or BJP. But there are examples when Congress given outside support to Indian National Lokdal also to stop BJP. So we cannot undermine that proposition also.
All right, Sham Sundar, we'll have to leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining us with those details and sharing your views with us. Interesting contest on the cards in Haryana. In just a few days or just a couple of weeks, we'll know exactly what happens in that state. On that note, we'll slip into a short break now. Much more on the other side. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching Rajya Sabha television. For all the other election-related news and updates, here's a quick wrap in Polpuri. The Election Commission on Tuesday issued guidelines for political advertisements on social media sites. Under the new rules, advertisements need to be certified before being put in the public domain. The Election Commission also asked social networking sites to maintain and furnish records of expenditure incurred by political parties and individual candidates. Former Maharashtra Chief Minister Prithviraj Chavan and MPCC President Manik Rao Thackeray will kick off the Congress election campaign with a public rally in Tuljapur. Chavan said he has invited Congress President Sonia Gandhi, Party Vice President Rahul Gandhi and former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh for campaigning in the state. Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh on Tuesday said that after winning a majority in the Lok Sabha elections, the BJP's target now is to form governments in all states. He also promised that the BJP will make India a superpower if it's given a chance to stay in power for 10 years. Moving on now, people in Maharashtra's Vidarbha region have been demanding for a separate state for a long time now, but there has been no headway in the last 20 years. The issue returns to the focus every time the state goes to polls. Here's a report.
Ever since Telangana became a state, the demand for statehood of Vidarbha has gained momentum. Unlike public rallies or agitations in Telangana, Vidarbha movement is largely on paper. People in Vidarbha are advocating for a peaceful solution to their demands.
We are feeling that we are getting step-motherly treatment, and please see to it that if this continues this way, there is most likely that separate Vidarbha will get moment very fast, and maybe a day will come that though it is on paper, it will come on street, then it may take a violent turn, which is not good. In Telangana, so many people left, they gave up their life. So after maybe 100 people have died in that Telangana. Now they have come up with a state, fine. So what did they did wrong? That 100 people, who's accountable for their life? When you had to give it, do you want bloodshed on? You want people to die? You want properties to be destroyed? Then only you will understand that the demand is there.
Vidarbha region in Maharashtra has 11 districts. Nagpur is the main divisional headquarter that served as the capital of old CP Berar state. It had the entire infrastructure in place in its capital city Nagpur.
महाराष्ट्र का बजट 1,25,000 करोड़ से लेकर 1,40,000 करोड़ तक का सालाना बजट बनता है। उस सालाना बजट में से 10,000 करोड़ रुपया भी विदर्भ के लिए महाराष्ट्र सरकार विकास के लिए नहीं निकालती है।
Vidarbha statehood demand goes back to 1950s. The S. Kedar Commission appointed by Union Government and First States Reorganization Commission headed by Justice Fazal Ali recommended Vidarbha as a separate state considering the untapped wealth, population, area and distance from capital. As per the Economic Survey of Maharashtra 2012, Vidarbha region generates 10,000 megawatt power, which is about 60% of Maharashtra's total power consumption. The region also accounts for over 5,000 million tons of coal production. According to Vidarbha Economic Development Forum, the region's population figures are similar to that of Punjab and Chhattisgarh. The GDP of the region is more than that of Chhattisgarh. But presently it is the second most underdeveloped region in India. Situated about 10,000 kilometers from Mumbai, the region is a less preferable destination for industries.
I mean, the reasons are sheer political in nature. Nobody wants to leave Bombay. Nobody wants to, break up. All political parties, when they are not in power, they are the first ones to promise us to fight for the cause of Vidarbha statehood. But the moment they get into power, the scene is entirely different.
Only 6% employment is there, if you see. Yeah. Per capita income is lowest. The region which was a developed region has now gone to a stage which is now underdeveloped. It's not even semi-developed.
Political parties like BJP, Shiv Sena and Congress had promised that they will support the creation of a separate state. Nitin Gadkari and Baburao Mutemwar went on to give it in writing during Lok Sabha polls. But no one came forward after polls. Experts say that the political intensity shown by TRS or JMM is missing here.
Government of India have not done anything for it. The Bharatiya Janata Party, who are running this government and leading the country, have assured to the Vidarbhites that if their government will come in the majority, they will definitely do the separate state of Vidarbha.
Negligence has led to unemployment in the region. It is one of the reasons why Gadchiroli district became a safe house for left-wing extremists. People says statehood can be the only solution to the end of the crisis.
People in Vidarbha region have been demanding a separate state for Vidarbha, but lack of political will and lack of public movement has made it only limited to paper. With camera person Shivakumar, Rajkamal Rao, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, joining us on the phone line is our correspondent Rajkamal Rao from Maharashtra. Well, Rajkamal, this particular issue has been going on for a couple of decades at least now. And, every time state elections are around the corner, we see this particular issue come to the forefront yet again. And that's what's happened this time around as well.
Frank, in fact, the politics of it is completely different when you compare it to Jharkhand or Telangana, because the Vidarbha region has only 60 representatives in state assembly. Maharashtra assembly has 288 seats and Vidarbha region represents only 64. So if any political party can ignore these 64 seats and still form the government, and the region is 1,000 kilometers away from Maharashtra capital. Mumbai to Nagpur distance is 1,000 kilometers. So it's very difficult for administration and politicians to go there, visit there, understand problems. So political will and kind of lack of public movement are the main reasons. And it occurs every time, as you mentioned, because there are votes at stake.
All right, Rajkamal Rao, we'll have to leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining us with those details there on the phone line. On that note, we'll call to a wrap on this edition of Verdict 2014. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for much more on the other side of this short break.